English Lesson 80, Part 2, Chapter 4. In this lesson, you will learn something about Pablo's friend Mary. I hope you remember from our story that there had been a big storm. And if you also recall, Pablo had been in an accident when we first learnt about Pablo. In today's lesson, the exercise improves your memory by remembering the different parts of our story. So far, and some of the new English words we have heard together and learnt along the way. So, here is a question for you to think about. How did Pablo get injured in the accident? Today's lesson will also include links back to the original beginning of our story at eatmag.com, eattmag.com. And these links will go back to the English language exercises where you can fill in your answers to the questions in your own time and submit your answers through a Google form like in this link below, where you can see in this lesson on our website. This framework will help you improve your English language skills during these lessons. Filling in the answers in the Google Forms will, in turn, help with your listening skills and your ability to remember words in English. So let's continue with our story. Suddenly, Pablo got another text. This text, this time, was from his friend Mary. "Yo, Pablo, how are you going?" Mary texted. "Great," Pablo said. "Making a pizza, and next month I may be going to a party." "Sounds good," Mary texted back. "I'll call you through the week." Mary was standing just inside the door of her bedroom on the other side of town, staying with her parents. She threw her phone down on the bed and slammed the bedroom door. She could feel a sudden heat rising in her fingertips, up through her arms, past her shoulders, and then suddenly a prickly heat shot up the back of her neck, rising out of her head as if she was going to explode. She was mad. Pablo had been asked to a party, but she hadn't. Mary stormed back towards the window, looking out on the bleak white snow surrounding her entire house. She was trapped, but trapped in a different way to Pablo. Mary loved Pablo. He was one of her best friends, and she also felt for him trapped at home. Pablo was trapped due to the accident on his bike when he'd almost broken one of his ribs. Mary was also trapped, but by her family at home. Mary had a cold, a sniffle, barely a sneeze, no cough and no temperature. But she was not allowed outside. Mary was almost 20 now and could not understand how her own family could still order her to stay indoors merely after the first storm. Mary longed to go outside and throw snowballs and fool around in the snow and go to parties like Pablo.